City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Kia ora Rotorua, ahead in tonight's bulletin. An OSH investigation is underway after a forestry worker died in Rotorua Forest late yesterday afternoon. Local teenagers are encouraged to apply for next year's Youth Council, and the junior cricket season is well underway at Smallbone Park. Police and emergency services were called out late yesterday afternoon to attend a report of a forestry accident in an area off Taniharuru Road in Rotorua. A 63-year-old forestry worker died at the scene. Police report an OSH investigation is underway and the death has been reported to the coroner. Meanwhile, a coroner's joint inquest into 4 Bay of Plenty deaths and a sector-led safety review into deaths in the forestry sector will be carried out next year. Chief Coroner Judge Neil McLean says the joint Bay of Plenty inquests will provide a clearer picture of the issues contributing to forestry-related deaths. Toi Te Oro Public Health is reminding gardeners to keep themselves safe from the potentially serious Legionnaire's disease. Compost, potting mix and garden soils often contain the bacteria which cause the disease, as infection can occur when dust from compost and potting mixes is inhaled. RDC Nursery Manager Paul Ketch says when working with compost and potting mix, it's important to take measures to avoid inhaling the dust. He says open potting mix and compost bags gently and away from your face, and gently wet the soil or compost first to reduce dust.
Look, if you have been gardening or using potting mixes, you will get flu-like symptoms. So if you're concerned, go along and see your doctor and tell them what you've been doing. And normally the symptoms, I think, will appear within 2 days to 2 weeks.
And there's a bit of fatigue in there as well, isn't there? So if you're
Absolutely.
feeling a bit under the weather, then definitely pop along to the doctor and get checked out. And if not, then enjoy all that wonderful safe gardening this year.
And again, a lot of people don't be frightened of it. It does occur, it is in most of our soils in New Zealand, and it can be either present or not present. But take precautions and
you'll be right.
You're fine.
Local teenagers interested in applying to be a Rotorua District Youth Councillor for 2014 only have until Monday to get their applications in. The Youth Council meets fortnightly to discuss current youth issues, learn about local government and decision making, get involved in the community and help give Rotorua youth a voice. RDC Youth Projects Officer Jill Campbell says submissions for the 2014 Youth Council had been slow to date, and she hoped more young people would put their names forward before next week's closing date. For more information, visit rdc.govt.nz. In sport tonight, junior cricket is well underway for the summer season.
Good day for cricket, sir? Yeah, very good. It's a very nice day and it's a very hot day instead, actually.
What have you come down here for?
To play cricket and win this game.
Do you want to be a black cap when you're older?
Well, maybe.
Rotorua cricket manager Dave Richardson says it's not too late to get involved. Junior cricket is played Thursday afternoons at Smallbone Park. To your weather update now. Showers developing tonight, possibly thundery with an overnight low of 14. Tomorrow, Thursday, early rain and then a few showers with winds tend northerly, a high of 21 and a low of 12. And the outlook for Friday, cloudy periods with westerlies, a high of 21 and a low of 12. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, becoming northwest 15 knots in the morning with waves less than half a metre, rain with poor visibility easing to showers during the morning. Remember, for program listings and other info or to catch up on City News, you can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come tonight in City News, we find out about new cycleways for our city roads with RDC Roading Manager Peter Dine. We meet some of the athletes that have gone to Dunedin for the New Zealand Special Olympics Summer Games. But after the break, we report on last Friday night's Bay of Plenty Sports Awards. Promising Rotorua triathlete Oliver Shaw has capped off a champion year by being named the Bay of Plenty Junior Sportsman of the Year at Friday night's Bay of Plenty Sports Awards. The 21-year-old ex-Terra champion was the only Rotorua athlete to win a major award.
Yes, I've had a really good year. I finished university at the end of last year, so I was able to go overseas a little bit and I travelled around Europe doing a few races. And I started racing elite and got a few podiums in the New Zealand champs and over in Italy, and also fourth at under 23 cross triathlon worlds, which is pretty good.
So sponsorship's obviously very important.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you can't do it all by yourself, so yeah, it's really nice to get any help you can.
I was throwing you a bone there to thank your sponsors.
Over 500 guests attended the awards, which named world champion sailor Peter Burling as the Supreme Award winner. After a spectacular Olympic year in 2012, Peter has gone on to win the World Sailing Championship, the European Championships, and skippered the Red Bull Youth America's Cup to first place.
Okay, Peter, well, congratulations. Firstly, I think you've taken away a double, so that's a nice way to finish off the evening. So it's been a really good year for you. Just sum up the year for us.
Yeah, it's been a great year, obviously, with the World Championship and the Youth America's Cup, and yeah, really kind of performed really well and really enjoyed it, and yeah, looking forward to the challenges ahead.
Now, how do you stay fit and how do you stay on top of your game when you're going from one tournament to another, one regatta to another, etc.? It must be pretty tough.
Yeah, it's obviously really tough. I suppose it's just making sure you prioritise what you actually need to do and how fit you need to be, and kind of what weights for us we need to be at certain times. And I know right now I'm definitely not very fit, but that's what the summer's for. You're kind of building up to it.
They made a bit of a joke up on stage about the fact that you get taking a bit of time off. So would you like to describe for the viewers at home what you call time off?
Yeah, I suppose it's not really time off, but yeah, just different yachting events really. And I said change it as good as a break, and kind of just kind of always been the motto this year. Just doing as much yachting as we can and really enjoying it.
Sure. Now, in terms of the public's interpretation of yachting and awareness of yachting, obviously the America's Cup was everyone was glued to the TV sets, etc. It's got to help yachting and even young yachties aspiring and starting young. It's a healthy sport for New Zealanders. Yeah,
it's obviously it was really cool how much traction the Cup got this year, and really cool to see the public get in behind it like that. And it's a little disappointing we couldn't take it out there, but yeah, no, it was really good. What are you aiming for? What do you want to be doing like in the next 5 years? Sailing and competing in the Olympics. Obviously, gold at Rio is a big goal at the moment, and also looking forward maybe Cup, Volvo, something like that as well. Sure.
Well, congratulations again, and thanks indeed for your time, and keep up the good work. It's great.
Awesome, thank you.
Also honoured with the Bay Trust Coach of the Year award was Gordon Tetchins.
Well, Gordon, first of all, congratulations. It's a great occasion here. Obviously, a big part of your existence is dealing with people and awards and cups and trophies and things. You're no stranger to that. But you mentioned before that you were assigned to 2016. Huge challenges ahead for you.
Yeah, massive challenges in the game of sevens. I mean, the sport's great. Globally, it's a huge sport now, and obviously got a Commonwealth Games in Scotland this year and the Olympics in 2016, and it'll continue to grow, and I'm sure about that. And there's 7, 8, 9 teams now that could win a tournament. That's how close it is.
Some of the other nations, as we were talking before, that weren't in it sort of 5 years ago, are really posing a threat these days.
Yeah, they are. I mean, even the minnows, like a team like Kenya, Portugal, Spain, at times they can push any team, and it's not going to change. I mean, there's no given games in any tournament that we play now.
Right. What's it like with you having to, I mean, you've been in it a long time and a few more years yet, blooding in new players against the older established guys and still maintaining a team dynamic? That's pretty important.
Yeah, I have a core group of experienced players which are key to my side. It's obviously good for the new younger players to learn from, and you need that experience. But then sevens also is going to be a launching pad for the younger players to aspire to be Super Rugby players and the ultimate, obviously, to be an All Black.
What about the depth in New Zealand sevens at the moment? What are we looking at?
Yeah, we haven't got a lot of depth, but we are hoping, we're taking sevens to New Zealand really. We're taking it right throughout the schools now and hoping that there may be a lot of players out there or youngsters out there that aspire to be an All Black sevens player, and that may be the case. They may never realistically become an All Black in the 15-a-side game, but they could be an All Black sevens player. So that's what we're looking at, and again, it's still always going to be there for players to launch their careers on the international rugby scene or arena to then go on to be a Super Rugby player in the ultimate and All Black.
Again, congratulations on your award here tonight as Coach of the Year. I guess it's an obvious question, but what's your secret, Gordon?
Well, I don't know about a secret. I mean, I work with a great bunch of players, and I've got a great management team, and I always put it down to the team culture that we have within the side. We're a family, and from a coach's perspective, I think it's your people skills, and if you've got the respect, the boys will go out and do it for you.
Well, Wayne, congratulations on a great year, culminating in the awards here tonight. As CEO of Sport Bay of Plenty, it must be quite gratifying to see the quality that was there tonight.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it seems sort of the calibre of the athletes is pretty impressive. So it's always surprising and quite rewarding to see the talent that we've got in the Bay, and world champions and most of the categories is pretty impressive, I would have thought.
How important is it, from your point of view as Sport Bay of Plenty, to keep the momentum going? Because you've got to start them young, you follow them right through with all your different initiatives that you guys put together, right through to the champion and elite stages.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, there's a whole picture, isn't there? A jigsaw. You've got to make sure that at primary schools good things are happening. At secondary schools, you've got good programs, and I think some of the success just feeds out of that. So I think it's the whole picture that's important.
And one of the aspects that comes through in award ceremonies like this is the people behind the scenes, the coaches, the officials, and so on. So we can't forget them, can we?
No, I mean, yeah, vitally important, and nice to see a lot of the athletes that have won tonight thank the sponsors, thank the coaches, the officials. I mean, it's all part of the sporting picture, so nice to be able to recognise them, and in their own right, we've got some great talent. I mean, you look at Sir Gordon Titchens is probably the leading light showing what coaches can do on the world stage, so in its own right, it's a career option itself. So.
And just a quick one to finish off, Wayne. Obviously, finishing one year and you're starting to another not too far away. What do you want to see for 2014?
Well, I think just a continuation of that. I mean, for us, it's about a lot of people getting an opportunity to play sport. So at the primary school level and school level, that everyone gets a chance to develop their skills and play. But on top of that leads to some more success for the Bay. It'd be fantastic.
For a full rundown of winners, visit sportbop.co.nz.
Hi Peter, it's lovely to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's nice to see you.
And in that while I've seen Lake Road change.
Yes.
And it's quite nice, my personal opinion, but have you had good feedback?
Yes, we've had very good feedback on Lake Road. It's come up well. We're very pleased with the outcome, and it functions well, and we've seen a bit of investment going on down there too, which is also very encouraging.
It's very encouraging. The business is moving in.
Yes.
And so tell me about the recent developments with roading and the improvements.
Well, currently we're just working through our normal annual plan program. We've got nothing in particular this year. Probably the one of most interest would be on Fenton Street, where we're doing a share with care cycle footpath out to basically to Whakareroa Forest. And that's to encourage the use of cycling
Wonderful.
In particular. Yep.
The runners will enjoy that as well?
And runners and walkers, yeah, and mobility scooters and everybody. So, yeah, I think it'll be a great facility for accessing the forest and the National Cycleway also.
Well, those are real draw cards, aren't they? What are the ambitions for the future in terms of being able to cope with the amount of people that we're wanting here?
Well, I think we've got pretty good infrastructure in Rotorua, where we've got strategy plans in place that are looking at the future development, and as the demand comes along, hopefully we've got the right plans in place to cope with it.
Where is the demand? What do people want changed here?
It's not so much what they want changed in terms of providing infrastructure. They just want good, reliable infrastructure that supports the developments and programs that they want to implement.
And have you seen growth lately? How are we doing in terms of the bigger picture in Rotorua? Because I'm seeing a lot of growth.
Well, there's not much growth in terms of population, but there is developments that are occurring. There's new
in terms of absolutely.
And there's
through the warehouse there and Westpac and at the corner there.
Yeah, and Rotorua Central is developing. That may be having an effect on the CBD, which we need to cope with.
I absolutely think it is, because I drove through there the other day and I thought, okay, these guys are making it into like an official road through here, because I know a lot of people always used to drive through that car park. Me included. Confession. So that's a big development. What's that cost?
Well, it's a private development within Rotorua Central, so I really don't know what they cost.
Well, very nice. We'll have to go and ask them the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the budget in the council for any kind of roading and things this year?
Well, we've got our normal maintenance program, which is a fairly major program. It's about $6 million of annual maintenance that we do on the roads, and then on top of that there's all the parks roads and private roads that are separate to that. So this year is a bit of a normal year in terms of maintenance, and we've got our capital development program as well, which council's currently having a look at, our seal extensions and those sort of programs.
What about the road out at Te Ngai?
Well, that's a NZTA project, so they are going through the process of evidence gathering for an application to designate the route.
And how do you think the new council is going to approach that?
Well, I guess you'd really have to ask them that, but I would think that they're fairly supportive of that project.
Okay. Are they aware of the amount of opposition to it from the people out there?
They're very aware of the issues surrounding that particular road, yeah.
Yes. And does it affect your portfolio at all?
It's an important commercial route for long-term development of Rotorua, and particularly with access to the Port of Tauranga, and we can't continue to impact on Tenai Road, which is essentially a residential area. Long term, that was probably unsustainable.
And so, for the near future, what do you foresee with that happening in terms of the opposition to it?
Well, there's a process to follow now, so NZTA will apply to the council for a designation for the route, which is protecting the land in the district plan for roading. That will undoubtedly attract a lot of submissions, and it will ultimately, I guess, end up in the Environment Court for a decision.
And so thank you for answering those questions for me, and I'd like to also congratulate you on Lake Road, because I like it.
Oh, thank you.
It's an achievement, and it took a long time, but it was planned to take a long time, wasn't it?
It took about the time we planned. It was never going to be done in 5 minutes, and it was pretty much on time in terms of the length that it took.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're pleased with it, and I would say many people are pleased with it, judging from the feedback that you said, and I know my own personal experience and what I've heard. Mm-hmm. So well done.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks very much.
Well, we're down here at St Chad's today, and they've got 7 people that are heading off to the Special Olympics down in Dunedin, and they're heading away early next week. And with me today, I've got 5 of the team members, and down the end here is Nadia, Maureen, Alan and Delaney, and they're going to tell us about what they've been up to, all about their training and what they're going to be competing at the Special Olympics. So we'll start with you, Nadia. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah, so what's your special sport that you're going to be involved in?
Temp bowling.
Yeah, are you pretty good?
Yep.
So what about the strikes? Have you been practicing down here at Strike Force and getting all those strikes?
Yes.
Yeah, are you excited?
Yep,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy.
You're really happy. That's good. How about you, Maureen? What sport are you competing in?
Basketball.
Yeah. Are you the main point scorer?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you like about basketball?
I hitting your hoops to the goals, and I need gold medals for Special Olympics.
Have you won gold medals before?
Yes, I will.
Really? Wow. So you're going to be the next NBA star?
Yes, I am.
Just like Steve Adams?
No, I gotta be Michael J. Fox.
Nice. And Alan, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, and what's your sport, mate?
Tim bowling.
Yeah. And you've been practicing with Nadia?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I know about basketball and temp bowling and sports teams that they all have to wear a uniform. So do you guys get a uniform as well?
Yes.
Yeah. What does it look like?
It's green.
Green?
And
green, yeah.
Blue.
Dark blue?
Green and dark blue, yeah.
You get your name on the back?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Yes.
So you must be pretty excited. Is this your first time to Special Olympics?
That's my first time in Dunedin, yes.
Yeah. Have you competed before?
I haven't competed before, but that's my first time.
Yeah. Now this young guy, he comes to the same gym that I go to. We both go to Go 360, and this guy can pump some serious weights. So I'm guessing it's going to help you with your temper bowling too, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. What about your trainer? Because I see, you've got a couple of trainers, don't you, that come to the gym with you?
Yeah, my mum, my buddy.
And your buddy. Cool.
Yeah.
Now Delaney,
Yeah.
my friend.
Yeah.
Now you're doing the temper bowling as well, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
Have you been practicing?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you excited about going away with your teammates?
Yes.
Yeah. What did your mum say when you told her that you're going to Dunedin for the Special Olympics?
Actually, my mum's coming down with
She's
us.
coming with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And also my mum's just coming down too.
Yeah. How about you guys? Are your mums coming as well?
No, not my mum.
Not your mum?
And my dad too.
No, your mum's Stella McLeod. She's the organiser and she's the team captain.
Yes, yes. My dad's be a basketball coach.
So you're pretty much your whole family's going?
Yes, because my sister Crystal, she's at Tipper Bowling now, and my sister Bridget, she's not coming to Special Olympics to Dunedin. She's got a new job at Freedom in Hamilton.
So it's going to be your mum, who's the team coach, team captain and team manager, and your dad and yourself. So 3 family members. So you're going to have a big family trip away.
Yep.
Yeah. How about you, Nadia? You said your mum and dad weren't coming, but you must have some friends coming.
No.
No one to support?
Just the team.
Just the team?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Now, we wish you guys all the best. I know you're going to represent St Chad's and represent our city to the best of your ability, so we wish you all the best of luck, and we hope you bring home lots of gold medals, lots of silver medals, lots of bronze medals, and you guys have a good time away, and we'll see you when you get back, eh?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And we wish all the competitors taking part in the New Zealand Special Olympic Summer Games all the very best. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any news or information that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984, or you can email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for joining us tonight. From all the team here at City News, ko Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.